like, what's your address? We'll send it out to you, blah, blah, blah. Sent my address. Y'all, a week went by, I didn't hear anything. Hi babes, and welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Imana, and today, honey, we have a Gucci unboxing. Not only do we have a Gucci unboxing, honey, I got a story time for you. You guys are not going to believe this, but y'all know I like to do story time, tea time at the end. But trust me, you don't want to miss out on how I got this bag, how it just popped up at my door. I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, for the full story, make sure you stay to the end of this video. But hi babes, how are you? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. I don't know why, like this work week just seemed really, really long. Am I the only one that felt like that? I was like, oh my gosh, is it Friday yet? But here we are. So the first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is my subby shout out. So the first subby shout out goes out to King J. Hey honey, how are you? The second subby shout out goes out to Tamara Latonia. The third subby shout out goes out to Smile Mahi. And the fourth subby shout out goes out to Chanel the Mua. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but I just want to say thank you so much for commenting on my videos and subscribing to my channel. I really do appreciate it, just like so many of you others. And if you haven't already, I would really love it if you've gone ahead and hit that subscribe button down there. We have a lot of fun over here. As you can see, we do replica luxury unboxings and all of that good stuff. So if you like those type of videos, definitely go ahead and subscribe and join the family. But if you're anyone who's like me, it typically takes me about 2 or 3 videos to go ahead and subscribe to someone's channel. So I'll have a video here for you, and right here for you. And after you watch 1 or all 3 of those videos, hopefully you will go ahead and click subscribe and join the family. So now, without further ado, honey, let's get into this unboxing because I have so much to tell you guys. So, first of all, like, I'm just here for the packaging. And side note though, I have a friend who's like a packaging engineer, and literally we spent like an hour talking about like the psychology of packaging and how everything goes and stuff like that. So now that I'm doing this unboxing, I feel like I'm literally remembering every single detail from that conversation. But this is what the packaging is looking like. I love it. I think that it is beautiful. So taking it out of the bag. And then it came in this box. And so then we have it in the dust bag. And here we go. So I got one of the Gucci Dionysus crossbody bags, and look at it. First of all, you know, just from quick glance, she's beautiful, but there's actually quite a few little things that I want to point out with this bag. So now that we have all of that taken care of, I wanted to like preserve the straps, and I didn't want to take this stuff off before I showed it to you guys so that you could also see like how it came. Y'all know how I feel about these little, I know what the purpose is, but my goodness. Okay, this one wasn't as hard as some of the Louis Vuitton things. Let's take it off. Okay. Here we go. So let me just go on ahead and hop into the specs of this bag, honey, because there's quite a few little things on here that we need to talk about. So the first thing is, when I look at this bag, first of all, it is beautiful. Like, it's gorgeous. Second of all, the one thing that was like literally screaming at me was the flap. So this part right here, it's actually shorter than the authentic. Like, it literally should come down like maybe like 2 or 3 more stitches. So that was like the one thing that I saw that I was like, rats. The second thing that I saw is I almost feel like this one is a little bit wider than the authentic one. So I was watching like numerous videos of people unboxing this bag, showing like a what's in my bag and stuff like that. And I just kept looking at their videos and their bag, and then I kept looking at mine, and I was like, she's a little bit wider. And even when I look on the website, I feel like the authentic one, like when I'm looking at the flap right here, this just looks taller on the authentic one, and mine looks longer. So that's kind of like the one thing that I want to go ahead and point out. Honestly, if I were out in public I would probably notice it right off the bat just because I've spent so much time like staring at this bag, staring at the authentic one, like literally everything is, you know, it's pointing out at me at this point. So that's kind of like the one thing that I wanted to say, because I was like, dang, like it just, I don't know, can we just like squeeze it in just a little bit and then just bring it up just a little bit more? But that was the one thing. So these should be a little bit longer. I feel like the bag is a little bit wide, but other than that, like as far as the pattern matchup, for the most part, the pattern matchup is nice. What I will say is like, it's still very symmetrical. Like that is one thing that I look at with replica bags is like, okay, yes, it's a little bit wider, or maybe it's a little bit taller, or maybe it's a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, but is the pattern like symmetrical? Like, does it look wonky? Does it just look crazy? Because if it does, then at that point, honey, we just gotta throw the whole thing away. But this one, I will say that like the pattern, babes, like it's pretty symmetrical. Like it doesn't look super crazy. And the other thing that I've noticed with replica bags and even authentic bags, Louis Vuitton is real good at doing this actually, is that even sometimes their pattern does not match up. Like it's crooked or it just doesn't look right, but that's on the authentic bag. And I'm like, wow, personally to me, like it's annoying when the pattern doesn't like match up symmetrical, but that's just me. But as far as the pattern matchup on this bag, it's pretty symmetrical. So even though it is a little bit wider, the pattern is pretty symmetrical. So opening up the bag, you just kind of press, you see that right there? You just kind of press that and then it opens right up. And so this is kind of what it is looking like when you open it right up. Right here is a little flap. So I didn't really see many people actually putting anything right here. I mean, I feel like the most I put in there is maybe like some receipts. The pocket is not that big, but that's what it looks like when you open that little flap up right there. And then you have your 3 little compartments. I say 3 because this is a zipper right here. So, you know, you have 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, I kind of left these in there. It just kind of helps with keeping the bag like shaped and looking nice. So this is what the inside of it looks like. We do have a little, what is this? Little pamphlet or whatever that comes in there, but this is what the inside of the bag looks like. And from what I was seeing on the reviews, the inside still looks really good. Like it does have the little Gucci stitching right here and it looked really good. So I'm not sure if like the little SKU number is supposed to be on this or, oh, just kidding, it's up under it. There you go. The date tag is right there. So that's kind of what this bag is looking like and what the inside of it looks like. So comment down below, like, how are you feeling? I can give you my honest opinion. When I first saw this bag, honestly, it wasn't really my favorite. Honestly, so you know what? I really think I'm gonna do a video of bags that I didn't think I would like, but I ended up getting and I love, because I actually have quite a few bags like that. Like I'll tell you guys, like this really isn't anything that I would have gone for, but now that I have it, I actually really like it. So what are you guys thinking of this bag? What are your thoughts on it? And it actually smells really good. It has like that leather smell. It doesn't have like a factory smell or anything. Wow, y'all, I kind of like the way that this bag smells. So it smells pretty good. Ooh, I will say, so like earlier when I had the stuffing in it, it was a lot easier to close this, but I'm guessing when the bag is empty or doesn't have anything in it, it's a little bit harder to actually like close that clasp. Not really sure that I'm a fan of that. The other thing that I heard in some people's videos was that this bag is really heavy, and by itself, it is heavy. So I mean, the chains are pretty heavy and the actual bag itself is pretty heavy. So it does have some weight to it. So I guess that that's a plus, because like I said, when I was watching other people's videos, they do let you know that this is a pretty heavy bag. It's not, you know, lightweight or anything like that. So now on to tea time. Babe, let me tell you about this bag. Okay, so I heard from the seller literally like a few before the Chinese New Year. I heard from the seller before then, way before then. And so I was like, okay, they reached out to me and they're like, hey, we saw your videos, we love them, would love to send you a bag, do a review on it, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool, bet. So then, you know, I sent them some pictures of bags that I wouldn't mind reviewing. And so I was like, okay, well, this one looks nice, I'll review this one. So we were talking and stuff like that. Communication was a little bit slow, but I was like, okay. So then it got to the point where they're like, okay, you know, like, what's your address? We'll send it out to you, blah, blah, blah. Sent my address. Y'all, a week went by. I didn't hear anything. So I reached back out to the seller. I was like, hey, you know, like, did you send the bag? Blah, blah, blah. 2 weeks went by. I didn't hear anything. So at that point, I was like, okay, like, if you didn't want to send it, just say that. Like, that's totally fine. Or if something came up or whatever, you know, that's totally fine. So I, you know, just kind of like ridded it off. I just kind of rid it away. So, if you guys watch my, what is this, February monthly goals, you saw that I made my little inserts and stuff like that for my planner. So in there for my shipping insert, I had that this bag was supposed to be delivered to me. Y'all, I went in there and I just scratched the whole thing out and I put void because I was like, at this point, I'm not getting it, like, whatever. And then I went back to go read reviews under the Instagram post. Why didn't I do that before I agreed to like work with this lady? I don't know. But people were in the comments and they're just like, she takes your money, she's not gonna ship your stuff, like the shipment is so slow, response time is slow, haven't heard from her, she scammed me, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? And so at that point, I just kind of like, was like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm not gonna get the bag. It is what it is, whatever, whatever. So at this point, it's been like a month. I hear somebody go at my door and I'm like, you know, I'm working from home. So I'm like, I'm not expecting anything. You know, I had to think about it for a second. I said, did I buy something? Like, I know I sleep shop, but you know, I get the notification the next day from the store that I bought something. So I'm like, who is coming to my door? So I was really nervous about going to the door because I'm like, who's coming to my door? I didn't put in a maintenance request. Y'all, tell me why it was the FedEx guy at my door and he dropped off a package. I was nervous to open the package too because I'm like, again, where is this coming from? What did I order? What did I buy? I'm nervous at this point because, you know, the world is crazy, okay? So I just really didn't even know what was in that package. So I opened it and I was just praying as I was opening it, like, Lord, I don't know what this is, but okay. So I cut through the package. It was a FedEx bag. I cut through another package and then I saw a box. And then I opened that box and then that's when I saw the Gucci box and stuff. And I was like, what? They actually sent it? And so I went back and I messaged the seller and I was like, hi, I got the bag, you know, thank you. Never heard back from the seller. Till this day, I haven't heard back from the seller. So I would just say, if you are interested in getting this bag, I am probably going to send you the link to another seller that I worked with. Now, mind you, I don't have that bag. I have this bag. So if I'm sending you that information, whatever you're getting, that's not what I have. But it's the same, you know, replica. It's just not from the same seller because I do not want y'all to go through that. So that is kind of like the story time. Like, can you believe that, like, they sent the bag, they didn't like communicate with me, didn't send me a tracking number, never reached back out to me, nothing. I think that is weird, honestly. But yeah, so that's kind of what happened. I mean, overall, like I said, for the exception of the flap being a little short and just like, I feel like the bag being long, other than that, I mean, there's really no complaints about this. I was actually asking myself if I wanted to go out and try to like get this bag from another seller to like show you guys, but then I was like, well, what would I do with this one? Because this one isn't terrible. It's not terrible, but you know, now that I've been staring at it, it's like the call outs are pretty real to me. So I don't know, comment down below, like, would you guys want me to see if I can get this bag from another seller so that I can show you, or like, do you just want me to send you another seller's information who has this bag? I don't know, but you know, when you message me, just let me know what you want. So I did this video, one, to just kind of like tell you guys that story because I thought that was really interesting, and then two, just to kind of like show you what this replica bag looks like and to just kind of like give you my thoughts on it. So now that I've showed you guys what it looks like, I probably will try to like see what all I can fit in here, carry it out. Now y'all know I'm not a huge fan of the straps like this because I don't like the way that it like digs into my shoulders. I like it when it has a little bit of the leather material at the strap so that that can rest on my shoulder. So we'll just kind of like see how it is. I don't really know how I feel about this bag just yet, but comment down below like what are your thoughts, what are you thinking, and if you do have the authentic one, these look short, right? Like just confirm that for me because I feel like this is just a teensy bit short. But other than that, babes, that just about wraps it up for this video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you babes in the next one. Bye.